Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So first and foremost, I need to thank whoever was the first purchaser of Gears and Gadgets merch. I do not plug it frequently on this channel and you don't hear it, and I got critiqued by Uncle Ken.
You know, you talk about, you said you got a 2015 Mac, right? So, you know, what would help with that is if you were to push your merch and you get some more money in to upgrade your computer.
So my thanks to whoever bought 2 shirts and 1 sticker. I don't know if it was 1 person or 3 people, who knows, but thank you very much. But I wanted to get out here on the bike and talk about, well, my latest video. Yes, Gears and Gadgets took a huge push into the political realm, which couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. I made one video basically responding to a comment that I received about Goodyear tires, and I did share some opinions on that matter. And one thing that I learned is that you can take a relatively straight down the center approach, and come to find out, people who are politically woke on both ends of the spectrum will hunt down that information to actively tell you that they don't believe what you're saying. And I get it. You know, politics is absolutely a hot button topic. I thought that I was approaching it from a relatively modest point of view, and what I learned is that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, politics obviously is a hot button thing. So that whole video I had about Goodyear, it comes from, I guess, being annoyed with politics in general, and the inability for people to open their minds even within their own party. I'm not somebody who's going to put out content one way or the other saying that somebody is smarter than the other person, because as an American, that color spectrum of, you know, deep blue to the darkest of red, in all reality that whole spectrum, that color spectrum, falls under the American flag and what it means to be an American in this country. Your vote is your vote. You owe no explanation to anybody. And you know, one thing that drives me absolutely insane with modern politics is that if you are even on the, you know, redder side of things, but not in that dark red, you can be accused of being a liberal. And on the other side, if you're not, you know, the darkest of blue, and you might even consider a swing vote to the red side, well, now you're a racist. And, you know, these titles are no more than just weaponizing democracy and trying to get people to feel guilty for independent thought. And I don't support that mindset. That mindset to me is no better than communism. I just don't appreciate the bully of politics in today's world. I think that it's mindless. I think that it's self-serving, and it's just something I don't subscribe to. So this video, while again it is getting rather political, will be my last video of anything to do with politics, because I've learned it's really just not a productive venue. It's certainly profitable, certainly gets the views, certainly gets the controversy, but in all reality, all you're doing is inviting the people to watch that video who are really only just dug in their heels to their position and will just shout at each other in your comment section. And me personally, I like to respond to all my comments. It's something I take pride in, and it is an absolute miserable experience trying to live in that world of people basically just shouting their own ideas at you, completely unwilling to appreciate anything that you said or did in your video. It's really basically what I would basically describe it as is people who come to your video because they searched for a keyword, might watch, I don't know, 20% of the content that you put out. They really listen to 0% of it, and just continue to smash on their keyboard of things that they believe in. And again, it's just all circular logic that people use to justify their predisposition to the entire political spectrum, and I really don't appreciate any of it. That was a sick bike, and I was too busy talking to really pay attention to what it even was. But one thing I do want to say is to anybody who watched that content, who is a current subscriber, who might be either further right or further left of any opinions that I had expressed, but was capable of listening to it and either thumbs up or thumbs downing, whatever you choose. That's, again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but who was willing to listen to that without getting so upset that they had to unsubscribe. I appreciate that person, because that to me is somebody who is not so stuck in a political trench that the mere thought of somebody who thought something outside of their own echo chamber was enough to go like, ah, fuck this guy, I can't deal with this, I'm out of here. You know, so be it. But to anybody who also thinks like, oh great, this guy's just going off the political deep end, I can assure you that is 0% of my interest going forward. That video that I made was what I perceived to be basically just a response to a couple comments I received on a 2-year-old video. And you know, I don't really regret making the video, because I am the kind of person who will willingly engage with conversation, and I say conversation to the true sense of the word conversation. I really have no desire to shout down each other of ideas. So that is kind of my wrap up to any political content. You will not see anything going forward. I guess barring any sort of absolute insanity, which I guess in 2020, Lord knows, I guess, what we're up against now. So to people who just assume that if you don't take your furthest right or left opinions of a political party, therefore that person must be the opposing, is just insane. Has virtually no logic applied to it, is an opinion rooted in anger and fear, and I don't subscribe to that anger and fear. That is the end of my political YouTube career. I can assure you of that. Again, I thank everybody who watched that video and was, you know, mind blown that, oh god, here goes this guy going political, and I don't want to see all that. But look guys, we are all individuals. I think that our individual political affiliations and political ideology makes us all very unique, and I think that being willing to you know, at least bend the ear of somebody on an opposing side, or even listen to opposing ideology within your own side, is a very powerful practice that should be employed by everybody equally everywhere. Otherwise we all just become you know, pawns in what I consider to be political warfare. That is my soapbox. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll check you guys out next time. Thanks for tuning in.